I had all these plans for a great April Fool's show, but then all this news came out. On today's broadcast, Betterment raises $100 million in fresh capital, Fidelity tests Fidelity Go, Schwab pulls the plug on OpenView Integrated Office, and more. So get ready, FPPad Bits and Bytes begins now. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Winterberg, and thank you for joining me for this week's Advisor Technology News broadcast. First, a heads up. Steve and I will be on the road later this month covering the massive NAB 2016 event, scouring the exhibit halls for technology you can use to make great videos and podcasts, followed by the 2016 Shareholder Service Group Conference in San Diego. Visit fppad.com/subscribe and sign up today so you don't miss any of our coverage from the events. Now on to this week's top story, which comes from Betterment, as the automated investment service raised another $100 million in venture capital, bringing the total amount they've raised to $205 million. Betterment is pulling away from a crowded field of robo-competitors, now servicing over 150,000 customers, managing $3.9 billion in assets, and valued at a reported $700 million. Betterment says they will use the funding to grow the Betterment for Business 401k platform and the Betterment institutional offering for you, the financial advisor. But despite all the money raised and what they say about being their customers' central financial relationship, Betterment's questionnaire still doesn't tell customers that they should pay off high-interest credit card debt or build up an emergency fund first before investing. Oh, that's right. They can read all about it on the blog. So I'll reiterate what I posted on Twitter this week. Betterment, I hope you use the money to make unbiased fiduciary advice accessible and affordable to everyone. If you want to read more about the latest round of Betterment's funding, head over to fppad.com/183 for the links to this week's top stories. Next up is news from Fidelity, as the company announced plans to begin testing Fidelity Go, its own automated investing service for retail investors, with roughly 500 customers this week, with an official rollout sometime in the second half of this year. Now, if you remember back to November of 2015, Fidelity broke off its relationship to promote Betterment Institutional to advisors, and then coincidentally announced the Fidelity Go retail product that competes more or less with Betterment. Fidelity Go will feature investment portfolios managed by Geode Capital Management, all-in fees at 39 basis points or lower, automatic rebalancing, but no tax loss harvesting. With Fidelity Go as a retail offering, you should know that Fidelity told me that a B2B version is under development, and while they couldn't give me a solid release date, they did say the offering will be customized to your needs as an advisor. Nevertheless, Fidelity joins Charles Schwab as an institutional custodian with an automated investment solution in the retail space. But at no platform fee in exchange for a little bit of cash allocation, Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, in my opinion, is going to be tough to beat. And speaking of Schwab, this week's final story is news that Schwab Advisor Services is discontinuing the Schwab OpenView Integrated Office solution effective July 31st. Roughly 150 firms are using the solution, so they're going to have to find some other technology to replace Integrated Office, specifically the custom version of Salesforce that came with it. The link to the story is over at fppad.com/183, so the details are there about options for affected advisors, including using Salesforce with Schwab OpenView Gateway or migrating to a completely new CRM. But here's the angle I want to focus on. This is absolutely an example of what can happen when you choose a custodian's proprietary solution for a part of your technology. How committed is that custodian going to be to offer that technology over the long run? In this case, Schwab, for whatever reason, is shutting down Integrated Office, leaving 150 advisors with just 3 months to figure out what to do. So I don't blame you one bit for getting a little uneasy when custodians offer proprietary technology solutions to you that they own and control. But with more custodian acquisitions of technology on the horizon, I'm afraid that this is a risk you're just going to have to assume more frequently as time moves on. One more thing. If you want a firm with Salesforce experience in financial services, get your pencils out because you should consider contacting Liquid Hub, Concenter Services, Navitar, Selenica, or AppCrown. There's other news this week from Envestnet Tamarac, Advizon, LaserApp, and more, so please visit fppad.com/183 for all the links to this week's top stories. And wait, before you go, please answer my poll on YouTube. Is the $700 million valuation of Betterment fair or outrageous? You pick your answer right over here on the embedded poll right here on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bill Winterberg. See you after spring break. If you want the read on the latest, you should know that Fidelity told me that a B2B version is under development. Fidelity. Are we good? Are we clear? All right, because I'm going on spring break.